I am sore all over after playing this game, but don't regret a second of it. Today we're looking at Action Hero, a brand new VR game that puts you right in the middle of your own intense, crazy and incredibly fun action movie. From dodging bullets to taking down helicopters and even punching dinosaurs, this game challenges your reflexes, creativity and, as you'll see later on, your physical fitness too. I saw this game at Gamescom all the way back in summer of this year, and I knew it was gonna be good, so let's talk about it, and thank you to Fast Travel Games for sponsoring this video. Oh, by the way, you can get 20% off Action Hero using the link in the description, but let's talk about it first. You'll play an action movie star filming intense scenes in slow motion. Time only moves when you do, giving you time to plan your next move. Here's how a typical scene might go. You grab a nearby weapon, maybe a pistol or a sword. As you move, time starts flowing and bullets start flying past your head. But don't worry, you can dodge those bullets with a quick sidestep or even block them in certain situations if you're feeling extra cool. If you mess up, there's no game over screen. Instead, you get a reshoot. This lets you reset the scene and try again, keeping the action flowing without annoying restarts. Now that you know how Action Hero works, let's check out the movie themes and see what's in store for your big screen debut. The game currently features 5 movies, each with 4 scenes that include multiple parts. All in all, there's quite a bit of gameplay involved, and replayability is extremely good since you can try to beat your own time again and again. There's also a weekly challenge against friends or others online, and I have a feeling they're gonna add a lot more to it in the future. These themes are drastically different too, and they all scale in difficulty as you progress. Early scenes might have you taking out a handful of enemies in a small room, while later levels could throw you into a multi-story building with dozens of baddies and complex objectives. You might start by simply shooting targets, but soon you'll be dodging bullets, using the environment for cover, and chaining together slow-mo combos like a pro. Each scene needs to be done in one take, and if you get hit, you'll instantly be transported back to the first act of that scene. I absolutely love this mechanic since it doesn't involve any wasted time in loading screens or clicking restart. And being honest, this mechanic is also probably the reason why my butt hurts right now, because there's no time for breaks in Hollywood. You can of course pause the game, but you're an action star, that's beneath you. If you do fail a certain act a lot of times in a row, the game does help you to not get frustrated by spawning a golden revolver with infinite ammo at the beginning of that act. Weapons normally have limited bullets, so the golden gun helps you progress through the acts you've already done quicker and get to the one you failed faster. You'd think with it being in slow motion that it can be physically intense, right? Well, as I've mentioned a bunch of times, everything hurts right now. And yeah, I'm not even close to being in the best shape, but after playing the entire game in one go, that became painfully obvious. But it's just the type of game where you can't stop playing. It's a ton of fun, makes you feel like a badass and tickles your competitive spirit, so for me that's the holy trifecta of VR games. Action Hero is also fantastic for VR beginners and veterans alike because while it offers hardcore gamers the challenge they're looking for, there's zero chance of motion sickness since there is absolutely no artificial locomotion involved. If you want to move in the game, then move your ass in real life because there's literally no other way. Now I will obviously not spoil anything for you in this video, but I do want to walk you through the different themes in the game. You've seen a bunch of footage so far, but basically the game starts off with a chill tutorial that had me in a good mood from the very start due to the subtle humor. Even choosing the director's voice when you start up the game is hilarious because as you switch between male and female, they start arguing with each other. Just look at this.
Time to make some movie magic.
There is only one director, and that's
Silence you! I'm the greatest and we all know it!
greatest. That's a good one.
Would you make up your mind?
Anyway, you'll start with The Forbidden Treasure, an Indiana Jones type movie that's super fun but pretty low in difficulty. Then we move on to Silent Steel, where you'll be involved in a heist, and this is set in a high-tech environment where you won't just have enemies to deal with, but drones as well and a lot of other stuff. After that we have Fists of Ash, a feudal Japan samurai movie, and this is when things started to get intense. You've got samurai swords, ninja stars and throwing daggers, but guess what? So do your enemies. And there were acts with lots of them, all jumping at you, throwing stuff and trying to get you. I think this one was my favorite out of the 5 because slashing ninja stars with my swords is just so satisfying. The next one is a Matrix inspired one called The Code. This was really intense, with a ton of enemies, drones, motorcycles and cars flying around you, explosions. Oh my god, there was so much going on and I had to reshoot scenes more than in any other stage before this. Finally, we have the big daddy of movies, 101 vengeances, and this was really something, so I'll let you discover this without spoiling anything at all about it. By the way, if you're thinking of picking this up, don't forget you can get a 20% off discount using the link below. I really enjoyed this game. It just takes everything that was cool about Superhot and adds a bunch of extra layers of cinematic coolness and variety. It's a fresh take on VR shooters, and I'm all here for it. The game grows with you, challenging VR veterans while still welcoming newcomers. Now here's a compilation of some cool moments from my time playing Action Hero. Enjoy it and I'll catch you soon. Cheers guys.
Nice. We have our take.